This episode is brought to you by ColorsNWCareers.com, the Northwest's premier online diversity career site.
Everybody having a good time so far? So you have no idea that this is a front for a detainment camp. I've been worried that this was actually a front for a detainment camp, but I came prepared.
I think stand-up is an art form that's misunderstood, and I think the potential of it is huge. Comedy can be used to address racism by actually pointing out racism.
I feel so safe right now. For real, I mean, I wish it was bulletproof, but no, but I mean, this is my Homeland Security / angry white people protection jacket, and I know a lot of my brown brothers and who might be in the audience don't have the luxury of having high-tech paper flag technology like I do.
I want my audiences to laugh, and that's the reason why people come to comedy shows, is to laugh. But I want them to laugh and leave feeling that I got something out of this. I learned something from this. I thought about things.
And for those of you who don't, let me give you all a tip. Shave. Shave as much as you can. Because if there's one thing that white people know, it's that terrorists have facial hair.
For me personally, with race comedy, and actually with comedy overall, I think that I'm a very, very careful comic.
That is right. My name is Ahamefule, Oluo. It's a Nigerian name. My dad is from Nigeria. My mom is a white girl from Kansas. When they got married, they actually had an argument about what to name me. My mom wanted me to have an American name so I'd fit in. And I think it's really fortunate for everyone that they were able to compromise. And that's why my name is Ahamefule Joe Oluo. Thanks for putting your foot down on that one, Mom.
Comedy's role is not to validate racism. And that's what it ends up doing a lot. It ends up validating these feelings that people have, when really what it should be doing is saying, yeah, those feelings exist, but here's what that feeling really does. Here's what that feeling really means. It's not positive. It's not a good thing.
I want to write stuff that challenges people, can make people feel uncomfortable, but not in a way where they feel targeted.
Man, I have had some interesting conversations in Seattle. Some conversations that I've never had in New York. I had a conversation with a guy last week who referred to black people 4 times in his conversation without ever actually using the words black people. He asked me, where I'm living in Seattle. I said the Central District, which is a historically black neighborhood, and he was telling me how a lot of his friends are moving to the Central District. A lot of my friends are moving out there, because it's really gritty. Gritty? What do you mean by, it's really urban. It's real. It's gritty. It's diverse. Oh, you're getting warmer now.
A big part of my comedy is taking really big subjects and really big ideas and finding ways to express them. Finding simple ways to explain complicated things. I started doing stand-up, writing stand-up when I was in high school. And all my early jokes were basically old Chris Rock and Margaret Cho jokes with Indian in it. My junior year, I ran for vice president of my class in order to win and start a comedy night, and that's exactly what I did. And I got to do stand-up, and it was miserable, but it was like my first taste of it. And then when 9/11 happened, I realized I can't just call myself an American, because there's a lot of people that look just like me who were killed and beaten up, and then and put into Guantanamo and put on planes to India and Pakistan and throughout the world and never got to see their families again, were never given a fair trial. I'm somewhat ashamed that it took something that personal to wake me up. Not to say that I found post 9/11 racism and discrimination funny, but didn't quite make sense to me. I found some humor in the fact that this was ridiculous, you know, and I might as well just bring it out. You know, I'm the son of immigrants from India. Growing up Indian American, there's certain things that you have a double lens. You know, you have the lens of an American, you have this other lens, and it's also the lens of a person of color. You have that lens.
So I was in Washington D.C. 3 years ago, and I went to this Smithsonian exhibit about diamonds from across the world throughout history, and they had a picture of the Koh-i-Noor and a caption that read, "The Koh-i-Noor is one of the largest diamonds in the world. It is found on the British Royal Crown and was originally found in India in the mid-1800s." Right. It was just found in India. It wasn't taken from India. It was just found there. Because we didn't know what the fuck they were, folks. We didn't know what the fuck diamonds were. We didn't know. It's perfectly reasonable. We were eating them. We didn't know. Right. Grinding them up, putting them into curry, you know. Diamond biryani. Yay, it's Thursday. Diamond biryani day. But luckily, the British showed up. Ooh. And first they taught us how to use our opposable thumbs, right? And then they taught us how to walk on 2 feet. Then they took those evil diamonds away before we had something else to do with them.
When I do comedy, for the most part, I'm trying to make as honest an assessment of myself as I can. Being just brutally honest about myself and the aspects of my life and the aspects of my personality. And race, is a big part of that. So naturally that's going to come out.
Every art form has the potential to influence people. So in that way, will comedy create social change? No, social change obviously is a much more complicated thing, but in addition to not causing that harm, and further oppressing people, it can open some thought.
We're living in a country right now, that's so xenophobic, there's so much anti-immigrant sentiment, and the anti-immigrant sentiment doesn't even make sense to me, because this is a country that says it's the greatest country in the world. We're the best, we're #1. And then we get upset when people actually show up. When you advertise something, sometimes people buy it. That's how it works. So maybe we don't want people coming here anymore, we need to change our approach. Maybe we need an anti-America campaign for a while, We can do little things like at the Olympics, we can change our chants, We can start chanting, USA, USA, it's okay. It's alright. People are dumb, it's expensive. That's what we'll do. We'll have billboards at the ports and the borders that say, America, it's expensive. Yeah. I'm sure that'll work. Maybe we could do that, or maybe we could, I don't know, change our trade policies and end the exploitation of the developing world, which would lower global poverty and thus eliminate much of the need for migration to America. That or the stupid billboard thing. Either way.